Welcome to day 49 of my 100 Lives in 100 Days challenge and day 3 of the 30 Universal Human Rights series. Tonight, we are discussing human rights number 3, the right to life, liberty, and personal security. Right to life. Every human being deserves the right to life. Safety, freedom, dignity, peace, protection, emotional security, and yes, the right to live without fear. In this live, we're going to be talking about a few things, but I was wondering what happens when people don't feel safe? What happens when people don't feel safe? Not physically, not emotionally, not mentally or spiritually. A person can be alive and still feel trapped. I know, I lived it. And that's why a lot of this, when I read it, when I go through the curriculum, I'm like, I lived it. I lived violated, right? A person can be alive and still feel trapped. And honestly, far too many people are surviving life instead of truly living it. Think about that. So tonight we're talking about the universal human rights, number 3, the right to life, liberty, and personal security. Welcome, ʻohana. Welcome to day 49 of the 100 Lives in 100 Days challenge and the Walking in Aloha Let's Talk Story podcast. Human rights number 3 reminds us that every human being has the right to life, freedom, and personal safety. But if we're honest, how many people are feeling truly safe? Some people live in fear of violence, fear of abuse, fear of war, fear of discrimination and poverty, the fear of even speaking up. Some fear their own homes. They fear their workplaces. Some fear being rejected simply for existing as themselves. And this breaks my heart because so many people are in survival mode. I took the splint. If you don't know, someone dropped bins on my hand last Wednesday, and it's been in a splint. And so I took the splint off so that I could start moving my hand more because it's really stiff in the splint. But let's get back to this. I know what it was like to live in that survival mode. Being in that domestic violence situation, there was times when I just did what I had to do to keep the peace, to survive. And many people normalize survival mode. They become so used to the anxiety and fear and tension, the walking on eggshells or emotional exhaustion. They just normalize it. And they forget that peace is part of that human dignity too. It is part of your human rights. So tonight, I want to shift the conversation. I want to shift the way that people think and go into something deeper. Safety is not a weakness. Wanting peace is not weakness. Wanting stability, no, that's not weakness. Wanting emotional safety, that's not weakness. Human beings flourish when they feel safe. Children learn better when they feel safe. Families heal better. Communities grow. They grow stronger. People become healthier when they feel safe. And the one thing that trauma teaches you is that peace is precious. It really is. As a domestic violence survivor, this human right speaks so deeply to me because I understand what it feels like to lose a sense of safety in your own home. Not just physically, but emotionally too. And healing taught me something powerful. Freedom is not just leaving harmful environments. Freedom is learning to breathe again without that fear. And honestly, I think many people are carrying invisible fears right now. Fear of losing their job, fear of judgment, fear of failure or conflict, fear of instability, or the fear of not being enough. And fear changes people. Fear can silence voices, it can shrink dreams, and yeah, it can trap people emotionally for years. That's why human rights number 3 matters so much, because every person deserves the opportunity to live with dignity, safety, and yes, freedom. So let's watch the video. And as we do, think about this question. Do the people around me feel emotionally safe in my presence? Do they feel heard, respected, protected, and valued? Because personal security isn't only about locks and laws and protection from violence. Sometimes personal security is being able to speak honestly without fear, being treated with dignity, feeling emotionally safe, feeling respected, heard, seen, being able to exist without constant fear or intimidation. And I believe aloha aligns beautifully with this human right. Because aloha says, I see your humanity, I honor your existence, and I choose compassion over cruelty. And honestly, the world needs a whole lot more of that. So let's play the video. I'll share my screen.
It greeted you at birth. It was there for your first step, your first mistake, your first kiss. It's with you when you win, when you lose, when you pick yourself up again. In every moment, you can feel it. Life. Human right number 3. The right to life. What are human rights? Find out at youthforhumanrights.org.
So there, watching that, it just, yeah. I hope you feel it too. So thank you for being here on day 49 of the 100-Day Lives in 100 Days Challenge. Tomorrow we'll continue with Universal Human Rights number 4. But if tonight's message spoke to you, then subscribe, share this video, like it, and leave a comment. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you can know when I'm coming on next. But until next time, until tomorrow, God's blessings always, and ahui ho. My name is Michelle Ibala Rosa Kawano, and this is the Walking in Aloha Let's Talk Story podcast and my 100 lives in 100 days. Until tomorrow, aloha.